Hey guys, welcome back to the second part of the episode. This will be the install video. Just a little bit of a background. What I'm going to be doing here is I'll just be showing you guys exactly what I was purchasing while on Takealot. A little bit of background to the story. I had a little mess up with our lovely load shedding that we receive and had to get a replacement PC. My insurance did pay out, however they did give a Takealot voucher. They did specify my PC as being the similar or same type as the PC that they subscribed. They did give me a different item, but it was a very similar product and from the same supplier. In both cases were exactly the same at the end of the day, just the graphics cards were slightly different and a couple of other smaller items. Right, so I'm going to show you guys first of all what I was expecting to receive. So here I am going onto the Takealot website and just putting into their search bar the Antec Returns Ryzen 5 5600 PC that they supply through one of their suppliers called Chaos Customs. You'll see it was marked at about just on 27,000 Rand, and I'm going to show you a couple of photos of what I was expecting to receive. As you can see here, PC is quite neatly built with a DP501 casing and has quite a couple of nice extras visible on the display images. Also shows the Ryzen 5 processor, and it does show the Ballistics Crucial RAM that's ARGB colored as well. So quite a nice, decent entry-level gaming PC or editing software PC. Which is what I mainly utilize it for. Just giving a quick run through on what their offer was and their specifications that they did give together with the PC. What happened is I was under the impression that I'd be receiving a PC as per the detailed images, as it never stated anywhere on the description as to how exactly it was. And that there certain parts would be obviously omitted. Was under the impression that a PC that was going to be built to these specs, or a gaming PC that was advertised to these specs, would at least have the items displayed on the pictures as well. Being that they say that they do utilize the best products, as you'll see in the highlights currently. So yeah, it was quite a bit of a shock when I did receive my PC, and I'll put up a thumbnail image of the PC shortly and you'll be able to have a look at that. But yeah, all in all, I'm actually quite impressed with the main section of the PC itself. It was just the aesthetics that obviously didn't match to the photos that they had. Here you'll see a photo of the PC that I received and what it was advertised as. So yeah, let's go. Right, how's it guys? We're going to try and attempt to do the install today. Let's see what happens. I'm going to be starting by opening up the PC case. So it does seem as though I will be able to do the install without having to remove the motherboard. The backing plate is in position there. I'll just need to remove that nicely. So obviously everything is unplugged, no power cables are connected anymore. Looking from the side, power management does need a little bit of attention, but it's not the end of the world. I see I do have an onboard RGB controller installed already. And cables are ready and waiting to go out. So we'll just have to double check and see exactly how all of that works. I'll obviously follow in the manual kits. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to take off the top screen filter here, just so it's down there. And obviously the most fun parts by removing the tempered glass. Obviously a lot of people do know that this is not the fun part of the build, as there are times where it explodes into a bazillion pieces. So let us try and see if we can get this done without causing damages. It seems that I'll be needing a star screwdriver here shortly. I'll go and grab that out in a couple of minutes. I do have a bit of time there with all screws. I'm going to bring them into the side here. So I do have a little box there. Right, so I will be using the electronics grade Phillips screwdriver just so we can ensure that is all nicely on there. As I said, tempered glass is quite a nice piece to dismantle as long as you can do it properly. As you'll see, I haven't taken any of the plastic off. So to start off with, I'm just checking here that everything is all still intact. I'm just going to give you guys a nice close-up view there. And yeah, all seems good. I'm going to try and give you guys a slightly better view shortly. I think if I put you up at the top here, you should be able to see slightly more. So I'm going to start off by undoing the CPU fan clip. I will be needing a small flap there. Just to get the clip out. So that's undone. CPU fan is disconnected. And we will now be releasing tension evenly over the board on the CPU itself. I am removing tension evenly around the whole side here. Make sure that there's no strange or funny things happening on the CPU. There we go. That seems to have dislodged it almost completely. A little bit more. Right. So CPU is removed. Nice little bit of thermal paste there. Seems to be the correct amount. I'm just going to put you guys on pause and have a look there. As you can see, nice little bit of thermal paste. I'm going to grab a cloth quickly and I will then remove the thermal paste. Right, so I'm cleaning off the processor here. All seems good. I have used a little bit of IPA there, and yeah, that's the Ryzen 5 5600X. Right, so next up we're going to leave the PC as is for now. I'm going to set it aside and we will then be assembling the water cooler shortly. Keep an eye out. Thanks. Hey guys, what's up and welcome again there. So a little bit of a mishap. I couldn't find the two brackets to hold the Aia Cooler onto the motherboard that connects to the CPU, and was looking all over for them for quite a while, and eventually found them in the original packaging that I received my PC with. And yeah, quite stressed for the end of the day and finally found it. So as you can see, I am now busy getting ready to install the backing plate back onto the motherboard, as well as putting the two missing brackets that would not be utilized with the standard cooler that you receive with the AMD processor. So what I did was install these two clips again, made sure they were facing the correct way around, as obviously they'd show the other way. So here I am just busy installing the screws. I am going to try and speed this up a bit as we go along, but yeah, keep watching and enjoy. Okay, so I finished putting the brackets into place, and here I am just showing you a view of the brackets in place, and I'll be adding thermal paste now shortly to allow me to install the cooler itself. What I'll do first of all is install the cooler unit into the board, or into the box or case, sorry, and once I've got that done, then I will be able to install the Aia Cooler. I'm just checking that the holes all line up. Okay, so here I have the Aia Cooler going into place. Just going to double check how it fits and how the piping will be placed, so just to ensure that I get everything correct the first time around. As you can see, going in quite easily there, and yeah, well, not the easiest, but looks pretty decent, just to figure out which way will be the most neat, I suppose. And got it figured out after a couple of seconds, just by adjusting the water pipes themselves and getting them into a nice position to ensure a decent look to the whole PC itself at the end of the day. Okay, and here I am getting ready to install the Aia Cooler, and there's the lovely peel that everybody always loves to see. Nice, clean, and one solid pull. Right, so next up we need to look for the thermal paste. Once again, using the Cooler Master supplied thermal paste that came with the unit. Quite a nice amount that they do supply there, and just putting in the perfect dop, and obviously a little bit extra just for safe measure. Looking for the cap, and that's it. Closing up the thermal paste, and now we will show you guys the perfect amount of thermal paste, as always. On thermal paste it does get squished quite well between the CPU and the cooler, so I have sped this up again, as it does take me a couple of minutes to get the cooler seated into place. And I should be done. There we go. So now I am just checking and trying to sort out all the cabling and how it will need to be run. So I'll leave the music playing and try and get this going faster again. Enjoy, guys. So as you can see, cable management not being my best suture, however this does get closed with a nice cover, so it is all packed away and made sure that it won't be able to touch anywhere, and as you see the cover does close quite easily and quite nicely. And here we are, closing up the case for the first time. and about to get it ready and show you guys what it looks like. Obviously don't forget your filter screen, guys, and that almost completes the look. Just waiting, or just double checking all the screws on the top side, as I did have the Aia Cooler a little bit loose just to be able to move it around if it needed to be during the install. But it did turn out to be in the correct position, so quite happy with that, and the placement does look perfect with the PC once completed, as you shall see shortly. And here we are going into a view of the installed product at the end of the day, just giving you a nice view of what the cooler itself looks like, and I must say that did come out quite nice. It does finish off the complete look of the PC at the end of the day, and definitely looks like the advertised product. And here I've set you guys up to the other side, just busy plugging in all the ancillaries and accessories that need to just be able to do a standard boot, and we'll be talking through this shortly. Just plugging in the keyboard and mouse, and I should be ready to switch it on for the first time, as to allow us to see the changes and the RGB difference. So please excuse the video in the background there. But yeah, we are here to look at the PC and not the TV that's playing. And we're ready. Quite a big difference that it makes there, and does have quite a nice bit of RGB flow. The LED strips aren't synced up to the cooler at the moment, as we just need to get a extension piece for the RGB lines, just to be able to add extra, basically 5 centimeters into the line, so that you can have all 3 fans showing the same colors. As you see in the background there, PC has booted up, and I'll be changing over to a different screen shortly. Thank you. So as you guys can see here, the CPU idle temperature has dropped just from about 40 degrees or 45 degrees it originally was, down to a cool 35 degrees on idle. I was extremely happy about that, just giving you a nice show of how the cooler itself looks once in place, and I must say I was extremely stoked to have the PC being able to look as displayed on the Takealot purchase. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Jason and the rest of the Chaos Crew gaming staff for an amazing build here. This really does look and represent your company to a whole. This is the ultimate gaming PC that I received from you, and I really want to say thank you very, very much once again. I'm going to add up a couple of little photos here and there of it once in completed form, and yeah, definitely stoked to the top. Thank you guys. Once again, huge shout out to Chaos Customs for supplying the cooler and ARGB fans. Please support them, guys, and yeah, they support the community, so let's go for it. Thank you.